And we're back live again, and we're actually without Jeff this time. He is busy socializing with Danny, doing stuff there, so he was unable to join today. He's got better things to do than join us, apparently. So you made time. You're actually kind of busy today, but you still made the time.
I still made time, so that means I care more.
Yeah, even though you missed back-to-back podcasts, obviously for different reasons, but yeah.
Hey, hold up. I started a new job and I wasn't home.
Right.
I couldn't do I can, so.
But you're still here. You're here now.
I'm here now. This still bothers me. My screen still bothers me a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I can see it, and it's just like, I can see the pixels. Like, it's bothering me so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Get it. Yeah, I have a good computer too, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a Zoom thing or what, but
it might be also like lighting.
Maybe, I don't know. Even mine, it's not the best quality, but it's what we can work with.
Better than mine. Every time I move, I can see the pixels just jump around. It's cool. We'll deal with it. I'll fix something out.
Mm-hmm. But actually, going back to what on our last podcast, we had that debate on chips, and I actually did put out a poll on that.
I already did.
Yeah.
Did anyone reply to it?
We got more than 5, as you jokingly said. We got 12.
Wow. Okay. I was wrong. I'll take point on that.
I still think it goes with your joke. There's still not a lot of whole lot of people there.
We actually had a huge conversation about this yesterday.
What?
So one of our friends, Megan, texted us, and Matt was involved, Tommy, me, and Jeff.
Right.
And because they watched the podcast. And so
because Tom, on our video, there's a comment from Tommy, our good buddy. Tommy did a video, put a comment under the video of it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, because I did on our YouTube page, the Whitmer Quick YouTube page. I did a little clip of, it's like only like 5 minutes long, of our little discussion of potato versus corn chip. So if anyone wants to check that out, it's on there. But
he did. What did he say?
He went with you guys. He was saying corn chip.
So Megan,
but the poll went the other way. The poll went potato chip.
Y'all are wrong. Y'all are wrong. Megan went with y'all too.
Really?
Yeah. But it was like, you have to look at the chip as a whole and all the properties it has and all the opportunities it has. You can't just say, "Oh, here's a chip." Nah, the opportunity.
It's a person. It has opportunities.
Opportunities, characteristics, traits, has all the whole 9 yards. What y'all got to do is see what you have there and branch out.
Got it.
That's what you have. So the scoop corn chips are superior, regardless of whatever anyone says. Because next time I want to see y'all, you, Whitmer, specifically, while you're watching a football game or whatever, take like a whatever, what was it? Like a Lay's chip, whatever, potato chip.
Mm-hmm.
And dip it in salsa or queso and tell me it's better than a corn chip.
Well, in that sense, no.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
if you're talking individual chip, potato versus corn with nothing else.
You can't talk about that. You have to use the properties it has.
Yeah, the corn chip can go with more things. I'll give you that.
Which makes it superior.
Right.
Yeah, you just agreed. See, y'all, he's fake. He just agreed.
Mm-hmm. Someone had to be different. Someone had to be the other side of that.
We're all the same.
Mm-hmm.
No one's different. We all have degrees. We're all we're all employed, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Finally, most of us are employed.
Mm-hmm.
We're chilling.
Fortunately, we are able to, yeah. Because there's obviously all those millions of people that aren't able to. And unfortunately, it seems like us in Pennsylvania are kind of going the opposite way with the whole coronavirus stuff, too. I think like Philadelphia and that area is starting to pop up again with cases. So that's always good.
I mean, I'm not surprised about that.
No, I'm not either. But the whole thing is, and I think you would know this more than I would because you've been at the bars and everything, is the whole restaurant kind of debate on should those be open, restaurant bars kind of thing.
It's so trash. I hate it. Like I get it and I understand it. No one else I understand what they're doing. But if you even want to go get a drink, you have to get an entire entree now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not dropping $20 to have
Mhm.
2 beers.
Right.
Like that's not happening.
Right.
Like beforehand, it was like you just have to get like something with the whole like check.
Hmm.
So that's easy.
Right.
But now you can't drink past your entree.
Hmm.
So I'm like, well, there's no point for me to go out anymore
No, there really
unless
isn't.
I want to go out for dinner.
Right.
Like some of my friends were gonna go out to this really nice restaurant.
Hmm.
It has like a rooftop restaurant.
Right.
It's like a bar, but it's really expensive. It's really, really nice. But we're gonna go there for the rooftop and like go out for dinner because we haven't seen each other in a while. So we could do that. Like, so that's what I'll do that and go eat dinner and have a couple drinks. But I'm not gonna go out purposely to drink and be like,
Right.
order like every place I go, I have to order the entire entree and drop
Mhm.
like $100 on food.
Right. So if you're going out to the bar, it's pretty much it's your dinner or something like
At
that.
this point, if you want to go out for drinks, just go out for dinner
Right.
because you guys do this. You guys do it anyway.
Even then, I feel like there's probably going to be at some point some limit as to how long you have to be at the bar for.
You can't
Maybe
be
not, but
you
I don't know.
Be at a bar.
Right.
You're not supposed to, at least. I'm not sure.
Right. I know here it's a little different from other places because I know Florida they just kind of banned kind of alcohol in general.
Really?
As for a while there, it was like they had bars open. There was like no.
Now they're like Free Willy out there. They're doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
And the epicenter of the world is right there.
Mm-hmm. And my sister actually just came back from going down to Tampa Bay with her husband. Yeah, they went to the beach. Mm-hmm. For a week.
Only a week?
Yeah, just a week. Just hanging out at the beach. I think they rented a boat one day.
No, I mean, like, are they quarantining from work or whatever?
My sister, no, but for my her husband, it's either for his company. He either has to quarantine for 2 weeks already without doing the test, or he has to go take a test. And we can actually kind of talk about this because I kind of want to talk about it. But he went to yesterday or the day before. He went to go to like a clinic or whatever to go get his to go do the testing because he didn't want to wait 2 weeks to be able to before to go back to work and everything. So what he did was he waited like 2 hours or whatever because I guess there was a long line or something like that. At one point, somebody came up to his window and said like, "Yeah, we're running out of tests here." And he was like kind of angry at this point. It's like, "I've been waiting here for 2 hours and you're running out of tests." So then they were able to find a test, but then it came back like, oh, he showed him like his insurance card. It's like, oh yeah, we don't take this insurance. Like, aren't these tests supposed to be free? Like, aren't they?
They should be.
Yeah, they should be, but for some reason they weren't. And apparently I guess he didn't get the test that day, and he just went home pissed and everything because now he kind of has to quarantine for 2 weeks or had to go back again and deal with all that over again. But even if that was me and I had to go through that again, it's like, I don't know if I really want to go through that. Wait another 2 hours to hopefully get a test if it's another long line.
That's where I'm at right now. My license needs to be renewed.
Yeah, luckily I did that right before the whole shutdown happened.
I did. And I went to the DMV the other day, and there's, I say minimum like 80 people in line.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I pull up and I pulled up and I really thought like,
did he actually go in or did he like pull up in front of the DMV and looked in?
I was driving to go find a spot. I saw a massive line down the entire strip mall.
Oh, they were outside of it.
Yeah, they were outside of it. And I really thought like some of these people were going to another store. I'm like, oh, this could be easy. Mm-hmm. And I keep on driving. I'm like, no, these guys are all in the same line. Yeah. Like, please don't be the DMV because there's a QVC thing there. There's like other nice places. Like, it's a DMV.
Yep.
I see it and I like whoop. And I whipped around. And I was I didn't go. You know, I probably should have, but like I'm not sitting in line for like 6 hours.
No, I mean even when you go outside of this kind of time period we're in and COVID and everything, you're still waiting 45 minutes to an hour just waiting for your ticket to get called regularly at the DMV. Because that's when I went earlier in the year. That's how long it took me. It
always be like an hour.
Yeah, and it was at one of those things because like there's like the Real ID that's coming out, so you could have done that. I was like, I just want to renew my license because that's faster and easier. But my mom did kind of both. But it's like I don't want to.
My thing was like, I'd rather eat a ticket than sit in a 5-hour line.
Yep, that was kind of the same thing.
Like, I get pulled over. I'm 100% willing to be like, yeah, give me the ticket.
Yeah.
Like, I deserve it.
The
And then
funny,
instead of waiting 5 hours, I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like I might do it like since now that I'm working from home, I might do like I might try to make like a remote day, so like no work, so we can do like an office day or whatever. I might try to do that just to like go to the DMV, or
yeah.
I might go on Saturday and just kind of get there at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say you're either gonna have, if I had to guess, either right before they close or when they just open, because at some point there's
no,
gonna be long ass
there's so
line.
many people online. There's so
Even
many
if
people
you do
online.
that, you're still gonna hit a line.
Oh yeah. So that's why I think I'm gonna like either get there really early, like at like 7 a.m., like way before somebody would be the first person in line, or I'm just gonna be like, no, like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go wait in line one day and just do work in the line. Bring a little 40 chair with me.
Like one of
I
those
literally,
like one of those people that are waiting for concert tickets the day
yeah,
opens. So you
I might
you
have
camp out the
to,
night before. You got a little
yeah,
tent going, get a chair.
yeah, like I might have to because like Jesus,
Right.
I need my license renewed.
Mm-hmm. That's a funny thing too, because in January I actually went down to Florida because uh, I went down to like Disney because we were doing a 10K, and then my mom and brother were doing a full marathon down in Disney. And I forgot that I had to get my license renewed, and right before that I was like, oh wait, my license just expired like a couple days before we went. Like, all right, is my passport up to date? Because if not, I'm not going to be able to get to. Oh geez, oh no. Oh,
You
there we go.
you
I
threw it
know.
hard.
I know.
You have to repeat that.
I know. It's not the first time that happened. It happened the other day too. I think I posted on Instagram and Twitter the video when you did a podcast with Matt and Jeff. It was like a good like 5 seconds where they're frozen. It's just me live because on my feed it's recording, so it's just me going like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I was like, you waited, and I was like, bye,
Yeah.
winner.
But anyways, I was going back to my story. I was waiting for the. I had to wait until after we'd come back to the trip to go to the DMV to do the whole get my license. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to do my license or my passport in order to get down, because if not, I don't have an ID. I don't have an ID to get on a flight to go down to Florida. So I was like, all right. Luckily, my passport was up to date, because another similar thing to that happened back to a while ago. I talked about how I went down to Punta Cana after my sister graduated, or after my brother graduated, and for that one, we like a couple days before that just realized our passports had been expired or about to expire, and we quickly had to go to like a CVS or whatever to get like a passport photo, and then go down to Philly to do the whole passport thing. And it took like a couple days, like, oh, are we going to get these passports in time? And luckily, thank God we were able to. If not, that would have been a whole shit show, and we would have had to kind of postpone, or we would have had to come later down to Punta Cana. Have you had any of those kind of moments, kind of things? Other than right now, with your waiting to, get that driver's license renewed.
No, never. I was always pretty good with my license and my passports. I was always pretty good about it. This is just I was like, I've just been really too lazy too, and it just keeps on piling up. And then because like especially now that I'm working,
Right.
Like I should have hindsight's 2020 because like I should have just gotten up one day when I wasn't working and gone and just stood there all day.
Oh yeah.
But now I can't because I'm working, so it's like should have done that earlier.
Right. Because it's one of those things, because even mine, I'm like, oh, wait, I think like before mine, it's like, I think I have to renew my license. I'm like, it's almost my birthday. When do I have to renew that? Oh, well, it's already expired. So, and then just laziness. It's like, do I want to do this? Because then you have to fill out the thing online to then be able to have it mailed to you and then be able to go. The first time I was actually going to go to the DMV I think we might have accidentally thrown out the stuff they sent. So I had to redo all that and wait another like 2 weeks or so for the stuff for everything to get sent back to me in the mail for me to just to be able to renew the license.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It was not a fun
No,
time.
no, I'm just pretty just I'm just
Oh, and
I'm
then
just too
afterwards, after we went to the DMV, we got alcohol. Because
like,
there was a wine and spirits right in the same shopping center. I was like, oh, let's go there.
that's a move. No, no one's at fault. I'm just too late. I was just too lazy, and
Right.
now we're like over a month past my expiration date. So now it's
Mhm.
like, well,
Your birthday also fell in the middle of a pandemic, so
that's
that
what I'm
whole thing
using.
too.
I get caught. That's what I'm using. I'm gonna be like, see, I ordered it like 3 weeks ago for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It never came, and I was just thought, just because everyone was doing this,
Mhm.
that's the reason.
Right.
I'm hoping that can kind of be used. It probably won't get me through it. I'm not gonna be upset if it doesn't, because
Right.
I'm fully aware of what's gonna happen if I get pulled over.
Do you get carded still when you go to the bars?
Yeah, they have to.
Right.
You
So
legally,
that right.
you
I
legally
know.
have you legally have to get
Okay.
carded if you're going to an actual bar.
Got
If
you.
you're going to like a restaurant, you don't have to. Like, they should card you.
Mhm.
Not sure if it's a law or not.
Right. But the only reason why I say that is like, do they care that it was expired? Your license?
No.
No.
One guy was like, when I was in Virginia and I went with my expired license,
Mhm.
the guy looked at me and he looked at me. I was like, yeah, I know it's expired. He looked at me and he just like his mind was just like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Just let me in.
Right.
I was like, I'm 25, but like it's expired. He's like, I know. He's like, I don't care. Just go in. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
But no one cares.
Realistically, I think you're supposed to not have people come in with the expired license.
Yeah,
Whatever.
technically, expired license is no longer valid.
Yeah.
Technically, I should be getting it anywhere.
Yeah.
I still do, because no one cares enough. Because as long as you're 25, because as long as you're 25, as long as you're over 21,
Mhm.
they're not gonna get in trouble because I'm still legally.
That's what I did when I was down in Disney. When I had my expired license, I was still using it whenever I went to a bar or anything. I still used it, and they still took it, so they were fine. Or they just didn't card me because I was with my family. And in those situations, like, okay, you're with your family, it makes sense. You're probably old enough to drink.
Yeah, it's how a lot of times I go out with my family, whatever. Like I only get carded every now and then, like when I'm with like friends who are like my age. If we go to get for dinner or whatever, then some of us will get carded. But mainly, if we go out, we go to actual bars and we have to card.
Right. But there was this one wedding where my older brother Matt, like a couple years, like I want to say it was like 7-ish years ago, maybe. We had this wedding, and at the bar there were like carding people. I know some weddings are different. Some they do, some they don't. And my brother forgot his ID, so he couldn't drink for the whole wedding, unless it was like my sister or my mom bought something for him or something like that. And they were like they were hard asses on it too, because at one point someone came over, was like, yeah, he can't have this because he didn't have his ID or whatever. Like, really?
That's so trash.
Even though he was easily above the age, he just didn't have his ID, so they didn't let him drink.
Yeah, and I get that.
Yeah,
I understand it. No, like weddings.
Like I get it's the rules thing, but it's like it's just one of those annoying things. Kind of going back to what you were saying with the bars, and it's kind of annoying, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, honestly, like I haven't been to a wedding that hasn't been open bar.
Yeah,
and they don't.
I was the only one, and even then, I wasn't old enough to drink, so I wasn't really able to.
Yeah, I mean, like IDs would just kind of be like, yeah, let's go. Like, weddings are so much fun. Like when you get older, you're like,
I know.
Like once you turn like 21, you're like, yo, weddings are where it's at. Because it's just so much fun with everybody.
It's so much fun, and it's that one time with your family where you see them all kind of drunk and like socially acceptable to be drunk.
Oh yeah, we went to Baltimore for a wedding with my family, for like one of my best friends, like our best family friends, and everyone was just hammered. It was so funny. My mom was just running across the street. I'm like, oh my god. It was so fun. I love weddings in general because you get to like actually like celebrate someone's like monumental moment with your family or friends or whatever, and then like you also in a new area, you also can like, throw on a suit, look nice for
Yeah.
a while. Like I don't like wearing suits all the time, but like when it's white, I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, when you have to, you kind of have to try to kind of go out all out on it, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I like. I don't like dressing up that much, like I
Right.
used to. But if I'm gonna like, if I'm going somewhere nice, or I'm gonna
A
we might
wedding or something.
we
Yeah.
might dress a little bit nicer for this dinner just because it is like a nicer
Right.
restaurant. Like nothing crazy, like no buttons, like maybe like a pair of like a nice pair of pants or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like ripped jeans,
Right. Right. Right.
or a nice pair of jeans or whatever. Just wear like something like that. I'd be like, okay, I'm game for this. But yeah, that's just weddings are so much fun.
They really are. Because I've seen so many of my like family members or like friends when I've had like neighborhood friends or whatever like that that I've seen them drunk, or like even when I was younger, people that I like grew up with, and like, oh wow, that's what you're like. Look, that's what you're like when you're drunk. Those
Yeah,
kind of things. I had one where my great uncle was dancing and being all, he was completely drunk and everything. Um, and it was just a whole kind of thing. But
yeah.
we all have those like wedding kind of stories of someone's not belligerently drunk, but you always notice was, oh yeah, they hit their limit. That's it.
I
And then
remember my sister.
you know it, you know when it is, because that's when more people are brave enough than to hit the dance floor, and then they don't care.
I mean, like even then, like I'm not a huge dancer unless like
Mm-hmm.
I dance unless the mother son
Right,
dances.
right, 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 right.
Yeah, go of course do that. Like one of my friends, she had to kind of convince me to go out on her dance floor. Like she was there, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I really don't want to go dance. Like,
Yeah.
I was like stoked. I was having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was talking to some friends and we were just kind of sitting there like sitting at a table. We hadn't seen each other in a while. We were just kind of sitting there back and hanging drinks. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Come on, let's go dance." All of us were like, "Nah." And the sad thing is like I'm the most like persuadable one in the group
Right,
because the other two are just kind of not. They're not introverted, but
right.
they're not like outgoing to go out there and do that. They're just not that
I get
people.
you. They need other people to be able to do that kind of thing.
Even then, they're probably not gonna go out, but they're not
Okay.
introverted.
Right.
But yeah, but she knew like out of like the four of us, it was like me that was gonna be like the one to be like, all right, go.
Right.
I really didn't want to go, but she was like, come on. I was like, fine. I went. I was like, it was cool, but I was like,
Mm-hmm.
not a huge dancer.
Yeah, I'm not either. And there was this one wedding where my sister was trying to get all of us to dance with her, and none of us would. So she just ended up dancing with her drink.
Oh my god. Yeah, my sister's
Slow dancing. She had her
I
hands out. She was slow dancing with her drink.
love it. I can see what you're doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her.
I think there's a Facebook video of or Facebook picture of her doing it.
Yeah, like what?
And the other great thing is too, for our next podcast, whenever we do that, my sister and her husband are coming into town this weekend, so there's going to be more of those drinking kind of stories too.
Oh my god.
So they're going to be fun.
Yeah, I really haven't done much because I'm trying to save money for my tattoos. So I'm trying to. Plus, I don't want to
Right.
go $50 in like a night.
I
Just
get
on
that. Yeah.
in like one restaurant. I don't want to drop $50.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
In the bar, it's one thing if you've dropped 50, because at least then you're getting a couple of drinks. But when you bring the food into it, a lot of that just takes away all that money.
minimum a night out before all this was maybe like $100,
Right.
like a night. That was minimum. Maximum, I think I hit like 175.
Okay.
Night.
That's not terrible.
Still a lot of money.
There's still a lot of money, but you're saying your highest was 175. I mean,
that's between like an entire day. That's talking about going out like 9:30, 10 o'clock and staying out till like 2, closing down bars.
okay, that's not.
I think that's why I think it's reasonable to drop $100.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're with a group of people, and at some point you kind of have this someone buys a round or something like that too.
I think my friends and I always like, you buy around, I'll buy around.
Right. And when you're buying for other people, it's obviously going to be a little more pricey at that point.
Not really.
Depending on what you get.
Usually we all get the same thing.
Right.
But we don't stray away. So like usually,
Okay.
Like we went to some bars. My friend, I won't forget. We were trying to get into a bar, and it was a huge line, so we were just waiting. And when we got in, there's like he had just normal beers like Bud Light or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we just kind of all just do that. I say, hey, what do you all want? It's usually simple. It's usually just get us a beer because it's cheaper.
Right.
Like I like to drink beer all night than pay $10 for like mixed drink.
Right.
Or I could get like 3 beers for that kind of thing.
Or the bottom shelf tequila shot.
Oh, those are awful. I still do them. Those are awful. Not.
That's another video we have up too, is us talking about those.
bottom
All
shelves.
of our all of our smart decisions when like you guys with your pitcher having to finish your friend's lager.
I never want to go back to that moment. That was awful.
No.
That was, I've had worse moments in my life, but that was pretty bad. That was pretty the most.
Yeah.
That was the most recent one. That was like, yeah, it was awful.
Believe it or not, my worst moment was at a wedding. So
It was.
my worst moment of when drinking and doing all that.
Oh,
Just like,
I always thrived at weddings. Like my sister's wedding, I was drunk for the ceremony.
mhm.
Like we went in, we had a couple shots, had a couple beers, and I was like, yeah, okay. It's like I'm actually like, kind of drunk here. Walked
That was
down.
us right after my sister's, after the ceremony and everything. That's quickly when we went to the bars. Let's start drinking.
See, the thing is, like, the one thing I don't like. So you were in your sister's wedding, right?
Yeah, it was.
So like, the only thing
I just walked my mom down. That's
yeah,
all I
like
did.
you were in it, you know.
Yeah.
Like the only thing, like I love weddings. So the only issue is like you don't eat for like 10 hours.
Oh, I know. That's why my one wedding I threw up on.
We were just drinking the entire time because some of us were hungry, so we just drank to like fill ourselves up.
Mhm.
So we kind of like drunk, and like we just kept on going through, and all of us like, where's the? By the time the ceremony walked down, we're all walking out. We had to say hi to people, you know, take pictures, and I'm like, my sister looked at me like, where's the food? And I'm like, I don't know. This is your wedding, but I want food too.
That's what happened at my cousin's wedding. The one wedding where I threw up on
Yeah.
at the table. That's what happened. It's like we just kept drinking over again. Like there was people coming over with like hors d'oeuvres and everything, but it took like 5 hours. It felt like to just be able to sit down and then eat.
Yeah, I mean no. I'm talking about like when you're in the wedding, so you don't eat from like.
Oh yeah, I got you. I got you now.
I'm saying when I was like when we had to prep, I didn't. So I had breakfast at like 9 a.m., but I didn't eat till like 4.
Yeah, it was kind of the same way because for my sisters, it was we woke up, we ate breakfast, and then it was kind of awkward, but my sister's husband did his thing with all like the groomsmen and everything of skeet shooting, and we tagged along with them, me, my brothers, and my dad, and we did that for like an hour and a half or so, and then after that, they just kind of got ready for the wedding. I think we went back to change, and then like yours, we waited like 4 or so hours before the wedding actually started to then eat and do all that stuff.
Yeah, because like what you do is for us, we didn't do anything beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of just like I got up because we went out the night before. Of course, is what you always do. Went out the night before, came back, and like in the morning, I just went up to get my own food because I didn't really care. So I went to get my own food, but like we had to prepare, so I had to like go and get changed, take pictures of all of them, go to my sister's and get pictures with all the bridesmaids and my sister, my parents, and all that kind of stuff. And then I had to go back, get more prepared, do all those kind of like walking down aisle things, pictures, and then we had to do the entire ceremony. And after the ceremony, we had to do other stuff. And so the people there saved our lives because people want pictures with you, and like, you know, honestly, you had to do like your whole groom thing, which is fun. I loved it. Like I'd do it again, but that's what it was like. And what you did was they had this little hidden room for us, and it had drinks, it had food, and we literally we went in there and like all of us just locked ourselves in that room for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just.
That's what they did. My sisters, they separated both parties. I think they had like snacks, I think like water, maybe like some chips or Cheetos, something like that, but still wasn't really the same.
Yeah, for us,
but even then, it was just for them. For us, we weren't doing anything really. We were just kind of waiting for the ceremony to kind of start.
Y'all kind of just sit there and wait and do nothing while the entire wedding party like takes pictures and does other stuff. So like, it was still fun, but I won't forget, I was just really hungry the entire time. And by the time we got to the reception, I sat down on the table with all my friends. I was like, I am hungry. Like, I just want food.
I think we were the same way. We were just at one point we were sitting outside of the bench, like, all right, can this go any like faster? Like this is kind of taking a little while.
Ours it didn't go that bad. It went pretty fast. We tried to speed it up because like
the ceremony itself and all that went quickly. So
I mean, that's what my thing. My sister, like and her husband, like they loved this whole entire thing. They wanted to do this, but they're also very simplistic people where they're like, get in, get out.
Right.
After the wedding, that's it.
Yep.
Like just to get to the ceremony, let's just get to the ceremony as fast as
Mhm.
get to the reception as fast as possible.
Yep. That's how my sister was too.
And then that's it. Because once you hit the reception, you're good.
Right.
But then she's like, just get there as fast as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like a mood.
Yeah, it is. Especially on the wedding days too.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like weddings a lot. They're fun. I think I have like 3 coming up too. I was also the weird part, like all of our friends are getting married. Well, not like
Yeah.
our friends, but whatever. Like I already had 2 college friends get married.
Mm-hmm.
2 are engaged, and 3 are engaged, and then 1's getting married in the fall.
Right.
It's nuts. I'm like,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I have seen that more. I've seen more like people that we went to high school. It was like, oh, well, they got married. All right.
They get married, they have kids, and I'm like, dang.
Yep. Wow. All right.
I'm just out here trying to survive.
Yep.
I'm just trying to chill. Just trying to chill and like live my life until that happens.
Yeah, exactly. I am the same way.
Yeah, I mean, we're young, so like, it's just fun to watch. So then I'm more excited for them because I'm like, yo, you guys get married.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's party.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, yo, because like the best thing is when you get all your college friends too. So like all of us are going to the same weddings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
This is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's also really bad too when you get all those people together.
Oh, that's how I am whenever I get the whole family together.
Really?
Like when my sister like when I said my immediate family, like my sister and them, just because
Yeah.
more than likely we're going to be drinking, and more than likely it's either going to be from my sister wanting to get one of us drunk to see how we're like when we're drunk, because that's what she wants to do. Or at least she used to do that way, or either what she did last time, which was play drinking games and introduce my parents to games they've never played. Because even my dad, believe it or not, when he went to Villanova, he commuted. He didn't stay. He didn't have any of that college experience that we had. And he was already dating my mom at the time, so he didn't really have any of that college experience that we had.
Gotcha.
So he didn't know what I think he knew what beer pong was, but I don't think he ever played. Same with flip cup. Obviously, those are like 2 kind of go-to things that you see at like a college bar-y kind of party.
That's one thing I don't like. I'm just happy I didn't commute. Like I'm gonna have to commute for my master's program.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a little different because like you're in your master's, so you should have your own apartment. That's a little different. But like the issues could be like I'm gonna be like 20 minutes away from class, and I'm like,
yeah, that's the only problem.
I have to hike all the way from work to class.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only issue for me. I was like, I really don't want to, but I'm gonna have to.
My brother did that when for his first semester when he transferred to Westchester. He was commuting, so he went from my house to Westchester all the time.
Like I get commuting because it does save you a lot of money.
Right.
But I was like, that makes more sense for him too, since he lives so close. Like I wasn't gonna commute from work. I wasn't commute from where I am.
Right.
That wasn't how. Like I wasn't commuting an hour a day.
No.
Like some of my friends did commute. They were like, yeah, we're 40 minutes away. I'm like, you're nuts for commuting. Like,
yeah, you are.
Like I would never do that in my entire life.
That was bad enough just driving 2 hours just to get to Bloomsburg.
That's a rough drive.
Yeah. It's not. It's once you get used to it, it's not too bad just because it's mostly highway you're taking.
Boring drive.
Yeah.
These mountains suck.
They do. It's not, I'm not saying it's a fun drive. I'm saying it's not horrible.
It drops like 20 degrees once you get near there.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I didn't like it.
No.
I visited there. I was close to going. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't like how it was split.
Yeah, from the 2 campuses.
I didn't like that whatsoever.
It's all good. You still made that walk down, so.
I did it once.
Yeah, once.
And I promised you I wasn't doing it again. I never did.
No, you didn't. You stuck to your word.
I kept my word. I wasn't doing it again. I also don't think I was up there since then, though. So.
No, probably not. I think any other time I think we like either took a shuttle down or like an Uber or something.
I meant more like I don't think I ever came back up after that. Like.
Maybe for like a second or 2.
Maybe like this past semester I did definitely because I had tournament up there.
Right, tournament wise. I know there was a one time when he came up and we like hit up Denny's or whatever like that, but that was
yeah.
I think that might have been one of the last times.
Well, I think the only time I stayed up there was when I had games up there. Like this past semester, like back when I was in senior
Right,
year.
right, right, right.
It was amazing. But you weren't there anymore at that point.
No,
It just was Abby.
right.
Which thank God I had a place to stay. Because I was like, oh my God, I just drive 2.5 hours for like an hour and then drive 2.5 hours back. I was like, I don't want to do this.
No. Are you still doing rugby? Is there anything on that rugby league that you're doing?
Everything's shut down.
Right.
It's not
I
gonna
wasn't
happen.
sure if there was any update on that or not.
Everything's still shut down. I mean, if you go play like professionally, yeah, sports are on like that, like baseball. But like those kind of leagues now, they're not going to be back around for a while, just because.
Yeah. Even college football, because there's that thing, because I know a bunch of college football leagues have gone. We're going to play in the spring instead of fall, which I get, especially by then you'd hope there's some type of vaccine that's out for it. So,
Well, Tech, did
but
you see
even
Texas
then,
A&M got a grant for like 65 million or something like that,
yeah,
or
I did see that.
100 million to like help create a vaccine?
Mm-hmm. They gave a lot of money to a bunch of companies to try to find one.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But even that, because I was like, that would be a good idea. But then it's like, I think, because you also have to battle with college basketball at that point, and I don't know what would be beneficial there, because if you're talking college football and then March Madness, if all those other conferences decide to play in the spring,
I don't think football will happen in the spring. It's gonna be fall or nothing.
right?
I think a lot of the sports will go that way. It's gonna be their
Mhm.
season or nothing.
Yeah, and I've seen like maybe they do like one college football game. I know they've really want to do like the Army Navy game just for ceremonial kind of reasons.
Yeah, it's just
But
best not
even
like the Marlins just came out with
like 15 players that
yeah,
tested positive.
I was gonna say 30. I don't know how many it was. I just knew they came up with a decent amount of players that have
And
test
now both the Phillies and Marlins are kind of they don't play. They're what was the word? They have a pause. They're not playing for a couple days now. I think the Phillies is not until Friday, and the Marlins isn't until Sunday. And one thing I saw was the Nationals did a vote, and they're not even going to go travel down to Florida.
I mean, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. Like that's. So
I don't know how the NFL is going to do it, honestly.
Everything's up in the air.
It really is.
I mean, players are going back to the facilities, but
I know I think there was an Eagles receiver that opted out this season. And Patrick Chung, who I just realized still plays. He also opted out from playing this year.
I don't know that either.
Yeah, he plays for the Patriots still.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Been a minute. He's been in there a minute. Good for him.
Yeah, he is. I remember him playing for the Eagles and not being that great, but
he found himself somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I want sports back, but I know it's not going to happen. Like sports, like baseball right now, but like
the sports in the bubbles, I think they could work just because they have such strict rules and everything, especially just staying in the bubble wise, that they can kind of contain it. But for anything else, if you're traveling, it's just so much harder.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I get the bubble with the NBA and stuff like that. That makes sense. But I really don't know.
Yeah, I'd like sports to come back so I have something to watch again because we've been quarantined and all this for like 4 months now, and I'm running out of stuff to watch.
Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime.
I know. I'm running out of stuff to watch on those.
Watch Game of Thrones. It's 8 seasons, and each episode's like an hour long.
They've already done that, okay?
Watch all the seasons of Family Guy. There's like 20 of them.
I know.
Or how about The Simpsons? There's like 130 seasons of it. It's The Simpsons.
I'm in the middle of that, or Futurama too.
Futurama. Or you could watch. What's that football show on Netflix?
Oh,
What's the
guy? Last Chance You?
No, it's the guy from Cali. I can't think of it.
I don't know.
It's a great.
The only one I know is Friday Night Lights, even though I don't think you're talking about
it's not that
show.
No, it's not that. I can't remember the name of it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But that's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch the Star Wars series on
We
Disney.
already did a whole thing on that one.
Watch that. You can watch the entire, almost all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, it could.
You could watch
Avatar.
Avatar. You should do that. I might do that again.
You might do it again.
I might do it again. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
What are you watching nowadays?
I'm watching nothing.
You're watching nothing?
Absolutely nothing. I watch YouTube for about 3 hours a day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what I'll do is like I'll get up in the morning, listen to music, get ready for the day, come down here, hop on my work computer, and work till from like 8:30 to 5:15.
Okay.
Then I'll hop off, eat dinner, maybe watch like a couple YouTube channels or whatever for like an hour or two, and then I'll hop on Xbox and I'll play that for like 2 hours, 3 hours. I'll try to be in bed, even though I know I work remote. I'm trying to be in bed around like 10:30 ish.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
I try to stop playing video games around like 10:30, and then I'll sit and listen to music or watch YouTube again for like another hour or two.
Okay. Got you. I'm kind of the same way with that.
And then I'll wake up around like 8 o'clock.
Like that week off I had when I was waiting for my dad's results, I was, for some reason, in that time, I just couldn't sleep in just because I had just gotten used to the schedule of working. So I was still waking up at the same time, even without an alarm going off at like 7 in the morning. I thought, okay, so I can't sleep in now. But I've had to try to make sure I'm not to go too much into another routine of staying up and then sleeping in too much, because then when I did go back to work, I would just be miserable because then I have to suffer waking up so early again.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Because usually I try to go to bed or like at least lay down at like 10:30. I might put on like a YouTube channel or like Hulu or whatever, to like a South Park or something like that, just to have it in the background, or even music.
That's right. I fall asleep to it in the background. But like, no, when I wasn't working, I was up till like 2, 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'd sleep like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I got up and was ready moving, I had to eat like dinner. And I just do the whole thing over and over. So it's good that like, now I have a schedule. Like I try to be in bed at a certain time.
Yeah.
Especially now, like now that I'm working remote, I'm gonna get like a Planet Fitness membership.
Okay.
And work out there in the morning or evening. So now I'm gonna try a better routine.
With your Y membership?
I'm not there anymore.
Oh, you're not there anymore. Okay.
Yeah, we suspended it.
Oh, okay.
It's not worth it for right now.
I got you.
When I can go get for like just for financially for me, it's like what Planet Fitness is like $10 a month.
Something like that. It's not that.
I'm not
that bad.
I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know. I'm a huge fan. Like I'd rather have LA Fitness, but just financially now, like it makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm. It still gets you to go to the gym.
Gets me to go to the gym. And if I don't want to go like for 2 weeks, like it's $10.
That's the one thing.
It's $10. I'm not losing anything out of here.
That's another thing too. Is like I was kind of running out of stuff to do. Usually, like I was obviously with work and everything, I was out pretty early or whatever, but just to do podcasting stuff here and there. But when I didn't have anything, I was like, all right, now what do I do? I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Like, there's only so much stuff you can do with this, with the podcast. And it's like, okay, I don't really need to do anything more there. So now what? I watch something, or a lot of it was just mostly because it was like hot out. And I was like, I'll just get in the pool. I got nothing else to do.
At least you got that option.
Yeah, I got that option to, and maybe do a couple laps here and there just to do some kind of cardio kind of workout. Plus, that kind of works out pretty much everything.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Probably because you worked and were up early.
I mean, I don't get up early. I don't get up till like 8 o'clock.
That's still pretty early compared to when you were waking up.
Yeah, but I mean, like 8 o'clock's still not bad. Like I don't have to be on the computer until like 9 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, that's not terrible.
I don't know why I'm tired, and I don't do it. I just do stuff like that's like it's like good way to put it. It's like kind of like mind numbing. You just it's like you're just gonna groove. Like when you do schoolwork, you're just gonna groove. Just do it for hours. That's what it is.
That. Yeah,
I think nothing challenging. It's just mind numbing. That's all it is.
Yep. That's what I'm at with work too. Because usually I'd wake up at like sometimes like right before 7, but I have my alarm set up for like 7:30, and then I'm usually working at like 8. So it gives me like a half hour because it doesn't take me really any time at all to get ready. Because normally I'll shower like the night before, just to cut that out for the
I
morning.
still shower twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. I don't like it.
Right. And I just go to work for a couple hours, and that's about it.
I hear that. I hear that. But yeah. Over everything else, I really haven't been. I haven't been productive the last couple like weeks. Like I don't do anything fun anymore.
That's kind of what happens when you've been stuck for a while.
Yeah. Like there's just
Like
nothing.
the other day, sadly, I'd like to say it's because of our podcast. I was looking up cameras for some reason. Like, let's look
Okay.
up cameras, just see what's there. I
I
didn't
gave
get anything, but I was just like looking at them.
I gave you the tripod, right?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
that.
I couldn't remember that.
I got it.
All right. I really couldn't remember that for the life of me. I was like, I thought about that the other day. I was like, thank you, Tim. Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Right.
We made an exchange. I gave you a propane tank for the tripod.
Yeah, something I haven't used yet either.
You haven't used it yet?
No, because you know what I found out?
What?
I don't have any like utensils for the grill.
You should go get utensils for the grill.
I can't. Like my aunt's selling the grill in like 2 days.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool.
so that was kind of a waste getting that then.
It was. You want one? I'll sell it to you for a low price of $20. Yo, that's half of what it was.
It was.
Some bucks. You can take or try. Let me split here. 50-50, $20.
We do have to do another grill out though.
We do. I'll bring you a propane tank. That's what I'll bring.
All right.
Sounds good to me. Oh. I don't have anything else though. Like this is.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I have nothing. I'm not exciting anymore, guys. I don't think I ever was, but I'm less exciting than I was before.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least then you were able to go out and actually do stuff. Maybe actually go to the bar without actually getting a meal.
Yeah, I think that's why. I think that's like kind of sad when you think all your exciting moments come from you like going out. So when you don't, you're kind of like, oh wow.
Because that's kind of another thing you're talking about. It's like you get numb to like a usual routine. So you're numb to like going out and doing whatever. You're numb to going to the gym, doing whatever, doing those kind of things, or going out hanging out with friends and all that. And then when that's all kind of taken away from, like, okay,
when
that
you
whole
do
thing
taken
is
away, you're like,
just-
I'm a boring person.
Yep.
That's what I've realized. What do you do today? Work and watch YouTube. Riveting.
Yep.
Vitally riveting here.
Might schedule in a nap at some point, depending on how busy I am.
Yeah, depending on how busy I am, I might squeeze in like a 20-minute nap.
Mm-hmm.
Which I might need, honestly.
Yeah. But I do have Ron's winning for me, so there's that.
Oh, aren't you lucky?
Yeah, because that's one thing. Because I think it started last week on Tuesdays. It would be great if Ron sponsored the podcast, but on Tuesdays after like 4:30, they're doing buy one get one BOGO on ovals every Tuesday.
I'm gonna have to go grab some.
Mm-hmm.
I love those things.
I'm waiting for that. So that's waiting for me after this podcast ends. So that's what I got to look forward to. That's how excited I am. I'm waiting for food.
I need a shower. That's all I got planned. Shower and dinner. That's all.
All right.
That's exciting things I have in my life.
All right. Yeah. I got nothing else. So this
This
might go down as the. This is probably going to go down as the most boring podcast. So we got that going first.
Yeah, this is good. This is
all right. That's all we got. So we'll see you next time. I'm sure later this week, Jeff and I will probably talk hockey or do whatever. But until then, we'll see you next time.